Hello, and welcome to our video on how to manage conflict constructively. Conflict is a normal part of family life, but how we handle it makes all the difference. Today, we'll explore practical tools to approach disagreements in a way that strengthens relationships instead of damaging them. Conflict often feels uncomfortable, but it's not inherently bad. In fact, when managed well, conflict can help us understand each other better, build trust, and even model healthy problem-solving for our children. The key is learning to navigate conflict constructively, with empathy and intention. At OnlineTherapyOntario.com, we work with individuals, couples, and families, developing healthier communication skills and creating behavior patterns that are more conducive to close relationships and understanding. We break behavior patterns passed on through often invisible generational trauma, such as from a grandfather with PTSD or an alcoholic grandmother. These conditions impair their behaviors, they impair their relationship skills, and they pass these patterns on to their children. Whatever we grow up with is ordinary for us. We don't know any other experience except our own. If you're not feeling the way you want in the world, or if you feel an emptiness, this relationship dissatisfaction, and some disconnection, back to our topic. Let's start with the basics. Conflict usually arises when expectations or needs clash. When tensions run high, it's easy to fall into unhelpful patterns like avoiding the issue, reacting with anger, or trying to win the argument. But these responses often leave the underlying issue unresolved and create emotional distance. Instead, we can aim for constructive conflict, where the goal isn't to win but to connect and find solutions together. Here are some tools you can use to approach conflict in a healthier way. First, pause and regulate your emotions. When you feel triggered, take a moment to breathe and center yourself. Reacting from a place of anger or frustration usually escalates the situation. A calm mindset allows you to respond thoughtfully and stay focused on the issue. I recommend every human we need to practice mindfulness and have it incorporated into our daily lives. We live in an anxiety-provoking world, and we need to take care of ourselves, and this includes taking care of your nervous system. You need to take care of yourself because how you feel impacts those around you too. We have to fill up our own cups so that we can overflow to others. Second, acknowledge the other person's feelings. Validation doesn't mean you agree with them. It simply means you recognize their perspective. Phrases like, "I see this is really upsetting for you," or "I hear what you're saying," go a long way in de-escalating tension and making the other person feel understood. Please don't tell them you're sorry they feel that way. It's most often an expression of disagreement that you feel differently than they do, not an acknowledgement that how they feel is valid, even if different. If now you're saying, "Well, I don't mean that I feel differently, I really am sorry for how they feel," in that case, find more clear, different words that don't have subtle, misunderstandable nuance. Be direct to be understood. "My heart aches that you feel so sad" is an example of an expression of empathy. "I feel excitement and joy to hear about your upcoming trip." Third, use I statements to express your needs. Instead of saying, "You never listen to me," try, "I feel unheard when I'm interrupted." This shifts the focus from blame to your feelings, making it easier for the other person to engage without becoming defensive. Fourth, focus on the problem, not the person. It's easy to let frustration lead to personal attacks, but this creates division. Instead, work together to solve the issue at hand. For example, instead of saying, "You're so messy," say, "It would really help me if we could work on keeping the kitchen clean." Fifth, invite collaboration. Ask questions like, "What do you think we can do to solve this?" Or "How can we make this better for both of us?" When solutions are co-created, they're more likely to stick because both people feel invested in the outcome. If your partner is unwilling to make co-creations and solutions, to reach for repair and personal growth, and to be flexible in your relationship, this is another issue that needs to be addressed, or conflict will be ongoing and circular. Finally, remember to repair and reconnect after a disagreement. Even when conflict is managed constructively, It can leave emotional residue. Follow up with a gesture of kindness, an apology if needed, or a conversation to affirm your relationship. This shows that disagreements don't define your bond, and that connection is always the priority. These tools not only help you navigate conflict with your partner, but also model healthy conflict resolution for your children. Kids learn how to handle disagreements by watching how we handle ours. When they see you approaching conflict calmly and collaboratively, they're more likely to adopt those behaviors in their own relationships. Managing conflict constructively takes practice, but it's worth the effort. By focusing on understanding, collaboration, and repair, you create a home environment where everyone feels safe and supported, even when things don't go perfectly. Thank you for watching, and remember, every step you take toward managing conflict constructively strengthens your relationships and builds a foundation of trust for your family. Keep practicing. You've got this. If you are already part of one of our parenting programs, thank you for watching and see you at your next session. For more information and resources, visit onlinetherapyontario.com.